Happy spring, guys! We made it. We are finally out of winter, and look at all these flowers. They are just ready to rise up and show their pretty little petals. And it feels so good to see all of them. I mean, I still need to put those that I bought in the ground, or there's some that's still lying around in their pots. But it's so lovely to be out here. But I'm not going to do a tour today or a spring tour because it's just the beginning, the first few days of spring. I'm going to rather do, well, firstly, I'm doing my first ever spring planter box, and I'm excited to see how that goes. And I wanted to also showcase all our survivors of winter, I should say, those plants that made it and those that didn't make it will also get a mention. So I shall take you through and showcase all those plants, but I just wanted to show you these blooms, so enjoy it with me. Let's start here to show you my these planter boxes. They are still going strong, and after I cut out the grass, this purple one started getting more light, and they've started growing. They're still not as full as they can be, but I think that's fine for now. And then I tied these little bags over the seed pods because I want to catch the seeds. And you can, I don't know if you can see the seed in there. Yeah, so they split so quickly, and then all the seeds fall off and fly away. So I tied these little bags around the flowers that are drying, and then hopefully they or when they dry and they split open with their seeds, I'll be able to collect the seeds and plant them next spring. No, in autumn, I think. And then there'll be, so for next year, winter, I'll have these bright flowers again because I really, really love these yellows. Well, it was called it's a viola and it's a baby grand gold. I mean, that yellow is so stunning. Right, that was one. Oh, let me show you my sad, my sad trigona that didn't make it. So this was the weaklings that didn't survive winter. You can see I don't have a stick here now. Anyway, there, look, it's all dried. Uh, I'm gonna pull it out, and then what else? And the other trigona didn't survive. I pulled that out one of the days. That was over here. It was in the spot here. So when I did the planting, I took it out. It was right about there. So I threw that away. That survived. That survived. Oh, look. Yeah, I can't wait for these to start growing because this is supposed to get some flowers. This is a Exocorda resmosa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But it's a Japanese pearl bush. And then this is my isopogon. It still needs to open up. It's so windy. If this recording is not going well, I'll have to do a voiceover. Don't mind me. I'm also still admiring my plant that I put in here. Maybe I need to stake it up to give it some support because this wind is so bad. But look how pretty they are. But it's all turned downwards and you can't get to really see it. And oh yeah, the other trigona piece I put here that also kicked the bucket. It's so dry. I need to pull it out, get rid of that. And here is my prunus nigra. Oh, on the top it's getting some leaves as well. You can see it's not focusing. Let me show you the ones at the bottom. Look, it's got its. Oh, let me get closer. It's first of the spring blossoms. And oh, look at my snowflake. I put this one in the ground because I wanted to fill up this spot. I haven't seen any bees go to it because, well, I haven't been looking at it or checking it out here. But it's supposed to attract bees. But yeah, everything's starting to bloom. These are the happy-go-lucky ones that are doing well in the cold. And look at my pencil pine, so much of color. Let me get to the top. Don't trip on those rocks. Goodness. What was I going to show you? Oh, yes, I was going to show. Oh, mm, these are the. What's going on with this? I don't know. I think a snail was over it. What's the sempervivums? They like the cold weather. And so they grow over winter. I'm going to take some of it and plant it in the backyard. It's filled out this spot here by the rock so nicely. I'm gonna pull out some now because it's still cool. Yeah, I think it's been eaten, that snail, Uh, anyway, I'll pull that out and take some to the back because I did transplant it last spring. Last spring, I think, yeah. And don't mind this bird bath area. Oh, yes, I want to show you this cute little thing. Look at that. How cute is that? It's a crassula. I don't know what crassula that is, but I have a very similar one on the top, same leaf type and things, and that gets white flowers. This one gets pink flowers. I was given this. My sister-in-law gave me this cutting, and it's so cute. Look, I didn't even know it was growing. I mean, it's like gotten sheltered by this um, panda plant, but it's still growing there, and it obviously likes the spot, so I will leave it there. And I love when you find these cute little things underneath other plants, all hidden and tucked away. And then special mention for my monkey's tails because I left these in the vertical planters. One, two, and that third one there. And they stayed out here in the cold, in the rain, in the frost. So we did get frost a few days. And yeah, so cold temperatures. And they survived. So I know that they can survive outside here because I was worried that these ones would die. And my big one, I just moved it under the eaves there at the top just in case. But it did fine. So I know next year I won't even bother. Oh, this tree. It's always catching my clothes. And this euphorbia, oh, look, it's getting all its buds. It survived out here the whole winter. So I know the Survivors Club. Oh, and look at this one. Got so much of flowers. And this is the euphorbia corn cob. Euphorbia mammillaria as well. But its common name is a corn cob and it gets yellow flowers. So it's got so much of flowers on it. Oh, we got some sun. Surprising, we had some rain just now. And what else? Oh, let me show you this peach tree because it's just poking me here. Oh, maybe the other side. It's better view. Look, the buds are ready. So in the next few days, they might. It's not focusing. Well, these ones are showing a little bit of pink, so they are almost ready. Let me show you my beautiful bulbs. Look how beautiful all this purple is. And this, oh, let me make this stand somewhere so I can show you properly. I'll just show them to you like this, okay? So this bag that I bought, it was poppy blue anemones, and it was supposed to be all blue, and then I found I had this one open up here, this pretty color, and then I have that little dark pink. So what I did was I tied up this one here. Let me get hold of it. Is it? Yeah, this one. I tied up the stem with some ribbon so that when it dries up, I know which ones had the different color, and this one is the purple one. I put this string on it, and then for this pink, I put some pink ribbon right down in the bottom of the stem, and I know these are the pink, so I can probably separate them and plant them in different pots. And it's been so windy that everything's been battered about here, and this was too congested, this pots, because I had 37 bulbs split between the two. So I might need to put a few bulbs in each pot, but they've all grown and they're so pretty for spring. Oh, let me get this side. And so bright and lovely. I put them out here because they're getting more light, and yeah, so that's that there. And oh yeah, let me show you I did the same thing with that violas as well. I bagged up the the blooms. Look, this one's full. It's got a big seed pod there. I liked this white as well. And where's that one? Yeah, look, that one's also got a pod there. So when it dries, I'm hoping all the seeds go into that bag, and then I'll have them for next year. I'm going to plant them again. There's definitely seeds that have fallen in the pot and they will grow. That's okay, but at least I have some control. I know what colors I have. And then the marigold seeds, they're not doing so great. There's only two that sprouted off the white marigold, and this one, like one. Uh, maybe I put it too deep. Might need to look up, dig up the soil, see what's happening with that. But I've still got plenty of the yellow, which I planted down by the ginkgo tree, and that's fine. That should sprout. It's in the ground. Let me check if it is sprouting. I didn't look at it. Oh, this wind. Oh, yes, they are. I don't know if you can see there. There's one there, another there. Oh, there's few there. Oh, there's one here too. Yeah, so that's good. They liked it in the ground, the seeds, so they are sprouting. When they grow big, then I can move them. I think that's it for the front highlights. What else was I going to show you? I can't even remember now. Should have written this down. Anyway, those are the main ones, the survivors and the ones who were too weak for winter. These euphorbias, they did well. They just soldiered on. Not looking so grand, but once it warms up, because euphorbias like a warmer weather, and they should be fine. Oh, that's what I was going to mention. My peanut cactus. So this peanut cactus gets such beautiful orange flowers, and that stayed out here the whole of winter. And it's looking a bit brown. I might need to give it some water, but we're going to have more rain, so I'll just wait and see. But this, I've propagated it so many times. Look at this branch is hanging down here. I've put it like everywhere, and there's so many peanut cactus tails. Peanut cactus tails. I don't know what you call them. Little offshoots. Look, I put that there. They are doing fine. They're really small still. So I've got them all over. I need to I won't move them because imagine if they bloom, it'll be so pretty. And I know I left one. Oh, this one looking sad. The one here. Like there's one. And oh yes, I got one there tucked away in this back garden too. Where was it? Let me climb up here. Because I saw it. Oh, right there. Look. Oh, look, I broke this leaf. Anyway, that's all tucked in there, and it survived. And this was the other crassula I mentioned. The ones at the bottom got pink flowers, and this one's got white flowers. It's called a crassula emerald. Yeah, so that's so cute. It wasn't doing well inside in the veranda area, and I put it here, and it just survived and grew, and it's even flowered now. So they are so hardy. Right, let me show you some of the. Oh, look at my fan aloe. You know, the ants brought the aphids here and they were just decimating it. I sprayed it with neem oil and stopped that. So I managed to get them out of this plant, and you can see it was ready to split, and it has split, but the leaves that were damaged look so terrible. Hopefully they grow up and the damage is not so visible. Right, let's go to the backyard. Oh, look, maple is starting to get its leaves too. Oh, it was so good and red. So I'll do a spring video once we are properly into spring. But I just need to highlight all these survivors and those that did well, and then I'm going to do the planter box. I need to go and buy the plants. I've been looking at lots of pictures. I think I have an idea of what I want. So let's go to the back. One that I want to highlight here is this Senecio. Look what it's up to. Looks like it wants to reach the roof. I mean, it is just using that gutter for support and going on and on and on. I need to cut it and propagate it again so that it branches out maybe there, because this is so long. It's like maybe 1.5 meter, or maybe I'm lying, I'm exaggerating. Yeah, it could be maybe 1.2 meters. Yeah, so I'm gonna move that, cut it up and put it elsewhere. And this, need to do some work here. Oh, more peanut cactus there. Yeah, I think that's it for the back. I'm going to just cut up a lot of these Douglas hoot and move them around because there's so much here. Look at this whole entire area. I'll move that, and I'm going to place it in the front as well. Oh, look at this dill, so annoying. It's self-seeded and it's growing so huge here. Look at that one. It looks like a tree there. And look at this stem. My gosh, it's like it's too big. This has got branches and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it there. But look, this kalanchoe is ready to bloom. So pretty. Next to that sedum as well, it looks so bright. Right, let's get the plants, and I can start with that planter box. This guava tree is actually our patient zero. the first tree that the possum attacked. And now that spring is here, it's going to come to eat all the leaves again. So we decided to protect it because I saw the new leaves are just shooting out. And so we covered it. We got this cover and put it over. And this guava tree is actually not a deciduous tree, but it looks like it is a deciduous tree because that possum ate every single leaf of it and it was so bare. So I'm hoping it recovers, and I saw a few shoots. So we just covered it up and, I given it some fertilizer. I don't think we'll get any fruit this year, but next year probably. And then while I was out there, I decided to put up my sedum Sibaldi. It was in this pot. I mean, I put it in this pot. It looks so pretty in autumn, but it's too small and so cramped. And I want more plants of this because it's so pretty. So I thought I'll just get it out of this pot, and I can propagate it at the same time. I can divide it and make a few more plants, and I need to give it a bigger space because that pot is so tight. And so I thought, before the rain comes, let me get out here and just pull that out. But it was so tight, it was so hard to get this out of the pot. That showed how stuck it was in this little container. And yeah, you can see the shoots were all sprouting, or I don't know if they are called little like rhizomes this Sibaldi has. So I managed to get it out, and then I've seen a video where you can cut it up and separate it to make a few more plants. So I just broke it apart and thought I'll see how it goes, because this is also a succulent, and succulents, they are very hardy. So even if I broke the roots, they will be fine. And it's spring now, and it's growing, as you can see. So I just pull it apart there, and I put it into I put one half of it into a pot, and the other half I just put it into the ground. I thought it's better if one batch of it in the ground is going to get so huge, and the pot I can even transplant from there again. So I wanted one to just be free to grow as big as it can over this growing season. So I just monitor the pot and see how the pot is going, because if this gets too tight, then I'll have to take it out as well before summer. I'm hoping to make lots and lots of this sedum because the pink flowers are so pretty. And if it grows here, I'm going to just keep propagating it from here and moving a piece all over the yard. So it has enough space and it's just going to multiply. And the rain did come, so I couldn't get out again. I had to wait. The spring rains. And I finally managed to go and get my plants, so now to get planting. Good morning, everyone. So while it was raining and raining all night, I checked my notes, and it turned out that I did make some notes about my winter survivors club, and I was supposed to mention all these cactus. all the cacti and the Rabusha and the Mammillaria. So I did a lot of prep for them. I uplifted these cacti and this is a Rabusha. I lifted it up so it's, I gave it more grit. Oh, it's getting buds, look. So it did well and it survived the whole winter outside. So that's a good news, positive story there. So that worked well. It can stay out forever. And then this Gymnocalycium as well. I just picked it up, put it on a higher incline, or gave it a bit of little hill for itself there so the water drains off. But in saying that, I did that because we get so much of rain in winter. But this time we we didn't get as much, but now we seem to be getting more rain in spring. This was the Echinopsis, I think, yeah, and I did this as well. You can see I've raised it up. It's much higher, but it does get frostbite. Last year as well, it turned this horrible yellowy color, and then once it warmed up, it recovered. But I don't know what's this black marks here. So I'll just have to wait and see if that's a survivor or not. And then my other Mammillaria, oh, let me get here, is this one here. It's a Mammillaria Virtuoso or Vertugo or something. And that, sorry for this moving. Right. That also, you see, it's on an incline there. And looks like it did okay. Yeah, it looks okay. Doesn't look so hot. No, it's looking brown. I'll just wait and see to give my verdict on that. And the only other one here is this other Mammillaria. This one gets that bright pink flowers. Oh, is it soft? Oh gosh. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I don't think it's doing too good. It's looking okay, but it did have like a bit of a wound, and I think water got in. Oh dear, let's wait and see. So if it didn't make it, too bad. So sad. And I'll have to. Oh, and the other one here. This one seems to be okay. This is a Lobivia arachnacantha. It gets the orange flowers that are so pretty. I thought this wouldn't make it because it's so sunken in here. Even though there is a bit of a runoff, but it's so sunken that it can get wet and might stay kind of wet. But it did fine. I did take one baby and keep inside just as a backup because, I didn't want to take a chance with it, and just that one had such pretty orange flower. And then this old man of the Andes cactus, I only bought it last year in the summer, and I put it outside and I left it here, and it's done so good, and it's also grown. Maybe it grew from there. Well, let me show you, from about there to the top. Yeah, I wonder if it flowers. I don't know much about that cacti. So yes, those were the ones I needed to mention that I forgot about, because I did so much of work picking them up and making sure they had good drainage. But now spring, it seems to be when we're getting all our winter rain. And even last year this happened. Spring was so wet with hail and stuff. But yeah, I got the flowers and this wind. And we just got a small break in the rain. I'm gonna start planting it, and I'll show you the flowers just now. So there's all my flowers. They are so pretty. So that's the haul from this morning, and that's what I want to put into my spring planter box. But the problem is that well, all the blooms haven't bloomed as yet because it's so early. And then when I got home, I found that the plants are not going to fit into this box. I just underestimated the size of the planter because I got these two This is called Cerurea blushing bride. It's a type of a protea, so it's supposed to be hardy, and I thought I'll put that as the thriller at the back. But then the second problem is that, look, I've got similar flowers. So that just shows I don't know what I'm doing here. I didn't get different foliage type. I didn't get different types of flowers. I got two types of daisies. So I got this rhodanthenum. It's supposed to be a pale pink, which will be so pretty, and it's got lots of buds, which is good. But it's just not blooming. I was hoping like for spring, the first week of spring is going to be so bright. The only things that are so bright are these pansies. And then the other flower I got is another daisy. It's a paper daisy. It's so pretty, but there'll be two daisies and small leaf flowers. And I had that grass that I bought. So the plan was to have these two whatever protea type Cerurea at the back as the spullers, the thrillers, and my grass in the center, like that. And then I'll put all these daisies in the front, so when they bloom, it'll be so pretty and pink. Okay, so then I want to do this pansy, the pansies in the front of that, and then have this little other daisy in the center to pick up the white. But I can't fit all of that into this planter box. There's no way all that's going in there. Look how much. It's just too much. I can't fit all these root balls. So I might have to maybe I can only use this, the pink daisies and these pinky sort of purpley pansies, and just as the grass as my thriller. Yeah. Let's see. Let me try and place them in the pot and see how they look. This already fills the pot. Oh, let's see, maybe if I can do one of them as a thriller. Look how that looks. Maybe I put two next to each other, and I'll try and squish the daisies next to them. Let's check that. How's that looking? A daisy on either side, and squish the pansies in the front. Yeah, that might work. Let's see. Okay. I suppose when the pots are out, it'll be better. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that might work actually. I put these three in the front. Okay. Once these flowers, the daisies flower, it'll be so pretty, pink. It's just a pity. Wow, these ones got so much of roots. My gosh. Yes. And there it is, all done. I think it's okay. Once it grows, it will look better. I added these Tradescantia, something in purple there at the back. Just, I know it's a succulent, but it's just fuller for now. But yeah, I think I'm happy with it. Let it grow. and then we'll look at it again. But for spring, that's a nice little pale box. It's sort of spring colors. So happy spring. Oh, like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it here because we're gonna have we've got severe weather warning for the next few days. I'm just gonna keep it under this porch area, and then I'll put it out in its spot.